Om Sri Sai Ram. Today we are going to discuss how to find integrals of product of two functions. When we studied differential calculus, we have learnt if u and v are two functions, then the derivative of u into v is given by u into derivative of v plus v into derivative of u. But here the formula is not that simple. In fact, we need to derive a formula. So, consider any two functions u and v and then derive the formula for product of two functions. How do we do it? We do it with the help of differentiation only. So, let us have a look. Let us say u and v are two functions. We know that d dx of u into v equal to u into dv by dx plus v into du by dx. This is the formula which we have learned in differential calculus. Integrating both sides, integrate the whole thing. So, what you will get? Integral of d dx of u into v equal to integral of u into dv by dx. You have to keep writing dx because you are integrating it. So, dx plus integral of v into du by dx into dx. What did we do? We didn't do anything new. We have put the integration sign on either side because it is sum of two, so we have put separately. How this dx has come? Because whenever we are integrating, the symbol is integration with dx of whatever be the function. Now, we know that the differentiation and integration are reciprocal operations. So, as a result, what will happen? Integration of d dx of u v dx is nothing but u into v. Why? Because both will cancel each other. So, what is left is this integral of u into dv by dx plus integral of du by dx into dx. Now, what we do? We take this particular function one side and other two functions, this and that, we will put them together. Why we are doing it? Because this is the procedure to derive the formula. There is no other logic there. So, this can be written as integral of u into dv by dx equal to u into v minus integral of v into du by dx dx. Please pay attention. This particular step which we are going to write is a very significant step because that gives the formula. Okay. So, now what we do is, we know that we are talking about two functions. Okay. Generally we take u and v as functions, but right now what we are doing is, we are assuming that u is equal to f of x and dv by dx as the second function. Now, you may say, how dv by dx can be a function? Because we know that if there is a function, you find derivative, and when you find derivative is also a function. So, dv by dx can be considered as second function. What is the advantage? The advantage is, this is one function, this is also one more function. So, integral of fx into gx dx equal to, what do we have? U into v. What is that we assumed? We assumed u as fx. So, write fx as it is. Along with that, we have got v. How to get v? In order to get v, integrate both sides. So, we can say that from this, we can say that v is equal to integral of gx dx. I hope it is clear. We have integrated this both sides. Integration of dv by dx into dx will become v, and integral of gx will be remaining. So, that value we will substitute here, minus integral of v. Once again, what is v? It is integral of gx dx. And what is du by dx? If u is fx, what will be du by dx? It is nothing but derivative of fx. So, it is nothing but f dash x, and that is the formula. What is the formula? The formula is integral of product of two functions. Which are the functions here? One is fx, another is gx, is equal to first function. What is the first function? F of x. Integral of second. What is the second function? Gx. So, fx into integral of second function minus integral of, there is product of two things. What are the two things? Derivative of first. F dash x is nothing but derivative of first into integral of second. Let me repeat again. Integral of fx into gx, fx and gx are two functions, is equal to first function. What is the first function? Fx into integral of second function. Which is the second function? Gx minus integral of f dash x. F dash x is nothing but derivative of first function. Integral of derivative or differential coefficient of first function into, this is multiplied by, into integral of second function as we have here. So, this is the formula which we are going to use in order to find derivatives of product of two functions. Another very important thing while finding product is how to choose first function. There will be two functions, one is fx, another is gx, but which one to be taken as first function or second function, so that the process of integration becomes easy. And in order to sort out this issue, we have a simple formula called I-late. I-late decides which function should be first function. Okay? How it decides? Here I stands for inverse trigonometric functions. L stands for logarithmic functions. A stands for algebraic functions. T stands for trigonometric functions. And finally, E stands for exponential functions. We are learning how to find derivative of product of two functions, and this formula helps us to choose the first function. In this particular order, whichever function comes first among the two, that becomes the first function. Take for example, let us say we have integration of x sin x. So, we have two functions here, one is algebraic function, another is trigonometric functions. So, algebraic function is third in place, trigonometric function is fourth in place. So, x will be taken as first function because algebraic function comes before trigonometric functions. Suppose instead of x sin x, if you have got x into sin inverse x, x is algebraic function, sin inverse x is inverse trigonometric function, and you can see in that order inverse trigonometric function comes first. So, this will become first function and this will become second function, whereas here x was first function and sin x was second function. So, in this particular way we decide which function should be taken as first function. the remaining one remains second function, and when we follow that particular formula, we are able to integrate. Okay? So, let us take up problems. Integrate the following, that is the question. We have to integrate these functions. So, let us take up one after the other. Let us begin with the very simple one, first one. What we want to know? We want to integrate x sin x. Please recollect that formula I late. One is algebraic, one is trigonometric. Algebraic comes before trigonometric, so x will be taken as first function, sin x will be taken as second function. Use the formula. What is the formula? Integration of fx into gx dx equal to first function into integral of second function minus integral of derivative of first function into integral of second function, whole integral. This is the formula. So, use that formula here. According to the formula, first function we write as it is. So, this is equal to x into integral of second. So, integral of sin x minus integral of derivative of first. What is the derivative of the first? D dx of x into integral of second. According to the formula we have written here, fx is x, gx is sin x. So, fx in place of x we wrote x, integral of second function we wrote sin x, integral of derivative of first function, so we wrote x, integral of second function, so we wrote. Now, perform the operations. X remains as it is. What is integral of sin x? It is minus cos x minus integral of derivative of x is 1 and integral of sin x is minus cos x dx. So, this can be written as minus x cos x, this minus, and if you bring this minus also here it will become plus, and integral of cos x is sin x, plus c is the constant of integration. And this is how we solve these problems. Simply apply formula, but before you apply formula, choose the first function by following that I-late formula. Okay? And you will be able to do the problems without much difficulty. Let us take up the next problem. Second one, fourth problem is I equal to integration of x log x dx. So, go back to that I-late formula. One is logarithmic function and x is a algebraic function. So, logarithmic function comes before algebraic function. So, logarithmic function log x will be taken as first, x will be taken as second, and then apply formula. What is the formula? Integration of fx into gx dx equal to first function integral of second minus integral of derivative of first into integral of second whole integral. Apply this formula. First function we have taken as log x. So, I can be written as log x into integral of second, that is x dx, minus integral of derivative of log x, d dx of log x into integral of x dx. Now, perform the operations which are being written. So, this will become log x as it is, because there is no operation for this. Integral of x we know it is x square by 2 minus derivative of log x we know it is 1 by x, and integral of x is x square by 2 dx plus c will come. This x can be cancelled and perform one more operation. So, it is log x into x square by 2 minus 1 by 2 will come out, and integral of x is again x square by 2 plus c. These 2 into 2 you can multiply and that will give you the answer. Shall we proceed to the next problem? Problem number 7, integral is x into sine inverse x. Our first task is to choose the first function. We have algebraic function, we have got inverse trigonometric function. So, inverse trigonometric comes in first place, so this will be taken as first function, this will become second function. So, apply that, use this formula, hence I can be written as first function, that is sine inverse x, integral of second minus integral of within brackets derivative of first, that is sine inverse x, into integral of second, that is x dx whole integral. Now perform the required operations. What are the operations to be performed? This is sine inverse x, integral of x is x square by 2 minus integral of d dx of sine inverse x, it is a formula 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square, and integral of x is x square by 2 dx. Now the task is how to find integral of this. That in itself is a problem. In fact, you can take it independently, find it and substitute it, instead of keep writing all the time this particular thing, because this is already done. Only that particular part is left. So, how do we do it? In fact, we have solved some problems of that nature in the previous exercises. How do we do it? Here we have 1 minus x square. What you do is take this negative sign inside and write like this. And in order to find the integral, okay, we will take it separately so that there is no confusion. Take only that particular part. So, let us say it is minus x square by under root of 1 minus x square. Do not worry about this 2, that 2 can be written outside. We want to integrate this. So, how do we do it? We add 1 and subtract 1. Why are we doing it? You will know in the next step. This can be written as 1 minus x square minus 1 by under root of 1 minus x square. So, what is the advantage? The advantage is 1 minus x square, when you divide with square root of 1 minus x square, you are going to get square root of 1 minus x square dx minus 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square dx. You have seen different formulae. Integral of 1 upon x square minus a square, 1 upon x square plus a square minus x square, all of them in the form of square root, but they have come in denominator. Now, this has come in numerator. In fact, how to integrate this kind of functions, we are going to study after learning by parts. So, right now what I will do is, I will just write the formula which in fact we are going to derive in the next session. We are using the formula right now, otherwise the derivation is to be done here, and we have next exercise based upon those formulas. So, I will not like to do, I will just write the formula, we will use the formula for time being. Next session when we are going to take up special functions, that time we will come across this kind of functions, we will derive formulae, we will also solve problems based upon it. So, to take up this, the formula is like this: integral of under root of a square minus x square dx. is given by x by 2 under root of a square minus x square plus a square by 2 sin inverse x by a. This is the formula which we are going to derive it in the next session. Right now we are not deriving it. Use this formula. Compare this with our function. In place of a you have got 1. So replace it. You have the integral. So what is that you are going to get? You are going to get x by 2 under root of 1 minus x square plus a square. A is 1. So it is 1 by 2 sin inverse x by 1. So it is nothing but sin inverse x. This is the value of the first integral. What about second one? We know that the derivative of sin inverse x is 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square. So reciprocate. Integral of 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square is nothing but sin inverse x. So substitute that. Remember, this whole thing we have done for the sake of this. And that too, 1 by 2 is still there. So multiply with 1 by 2 the whole thing. Remember, minus we have already taken inside. So outside it is plus. So write this with this. So what you will get? You are going to get I equal to, the first term remains as it is, sin inverse x into x square by 2. Now substitute this. What is this? We have x by 2 under root of 1 minus x square. Remember, these two are same functions. One is half, another is minus 1. So you are going to get minus 1 by 2 sin inverse x plus c. This also is sin inverse x, that is also sin inverse x. Club both of them. It is x square by 2, and then remember 1 by 2 is there outside. That 1 by 2 is to be multiplied to all the terms. This 1 by 2, if you want, you can put it outside so that there is no confusion. We have only simplified. This also can be put as minus here. We have simplified this. So whatever you got, you have to multiply with 1 by 2. So this remains as it is. This will become 2 square, and this also will become 2 square. This particular one, a square by 2. So we have multiplied this with 2. So it became x by x square by 4, and then this is, we have simplified it, so it became this. Just club the things, you will get the answer. Just one more step. Only club these two values together, you get the required answer. So this is how we are able to find the product of inverse trigonometric functions. Let us proceed. We come to the 10th problem, which appears to be very interesting. Integral of sin inverse x whole square. You may be surprised that there is only one function. Why we need to go for product of two functions? Because this function cannot be integrated by any methods which you have learned. So what is that we are going to do, whether it is sin inverse x whole square or only sin inverse x or only tan inverse x? We do not have formulae. See, in derivatives we have formulae for sin inverse x, cos inverse x, tan inverse x, etc. But for integral we don't have formulae. In other terms, you can say we are deriving formulae for inverse trigonometric functions. Okay? So how do we do it? When there is only one function, whether it is only sin inverse x or sin inverse x whole square, the procedure is same. What is the procedure? Since there is no second function, you consider 1 as second function. So write it into 1 dx. And you know that 1 is an algebraic function, because 1 can be written as x to the power 0. So it is an algebraic function, and this is a inverse trigonometric function. So go back to that I late. I comes first, So this will become first function, this will become second function. And now integrate. Apply the formula. What is the formula? See, the same formula, if you feel it is appearing to be too big, you can also write it in a simple way. Integral of u into v dx equal to u into integral of v dx minus integral of u dash integral of v dx into dx. What we are communicating is same. First function integral of second minus integral of derivative of first into integral of second. U is first function, v is second function. So apply that formula here. So what you will get first function? So you have sine inverse x whole square into integral of 1 minus integral of derivative of into integral of second whole integral. Apply the formulae. Sine inverse x whole square remains as it is. What is integral of 1 dx? Is nothing but integral of dx. What is integral of dx? Is x. So x minus integral of, differentiate this. How do we differentiate this function? We take sine inverse x as t. It becomes t square. Derivative of t square is 2t. So you will get 2 into sine inverse x into derivative of sine inverse x. What is derivative of sine inverse x? 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square into x dx. Is this clear? Is it clear to you that we got like this? How did we get this? It is d dx of sine inverse x whole square. We take sine inverse x as t. So it will become t square. D dx of t square is d dt of t square. So 2t. And then derivative of sine inverse x is 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square. Now the task is to integrate this function. How do we integrate that function? Take it separately. Take it separately, solve it separately, and then substitute back instead of writing whole thing again and again. So while doing it, what we can do is take only this part. What is it? It is integral of, let us say, you can even call it I1. You can call this whole thing as I1 and just take that. So what is I1? Integral of 2x upon under root of 1 minus x square into sine inverse x dx. Once again, one is algebraic function, another is inverse trigonometric function. Which one to be taken as first? Go back to that formula I late. Inverse trigonometric function should be taken as first function, this should be taken as second function. So apply first function sine inverse x into integral of second. What is integral? It is 2x upon under root of 1 minus x square dx minus integral of derivative of first into integral of 2x upon under root of 1 minus x square dx whole thing dx. Okay. So proceed. This can be written as sine inverse x as it is. How to integrate this? It's very simple. In fact, you can take that part alone and do it and then substitute. How do we do that? We'll just do it separately. We want to integrate 2x upon under root of 1 minus x square. So what we do is put 1 minus x square as t. You will get minus 2x dx equal to dt. So as a result, what will happen? This will become 2x dx we have. So it is minus dt upon root t. How do you integrate this? This can be written as minus t to the power minus half dt. And what is the integral of t to the power minus half? It is t to the power half, because minus half plus 1 will make it plus by 1 by 2. Substitute the value of t. What is t? It is minus under root of 1 minus x square, and 1 by 2 which is there will come to the numerator and it will become like this. This is the value. This is the value of this particular integral. Substitute that value here. So, remember 2x upon under root of 1 minus x square is minus 2 under root of 1 minus x square minus integral of d dx of sine inverse x 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square into, this is the same thing. So, substitute that value minus 2 under root of 1 minus x square dx. Now, these two terms can be cancelled. What we are left with? We are left with minus 2 into minus will become plus 2 and just dx. Dx integral is x. So, you get 2x. So, this is minus 2 under root of 1 minus x square sine inverse x, and as I mentioned, minus into minus plus, integral of dx is x. You can say plus c. Remember, this is not the answer. This is the value of I1. So, this need to be added with this. So, I is equal to, write that particular answer first, x into sine inverse x whole square, and then substitute this value. This value we have found out minus, remember both will get multiplied with minus, so it will become plus 2 under root of 1 minus x square sine inverse x minus x plus c or minus c, that does not matter at all. This is the answer. If you want to write simplified form, you can take sine inverse x common and put the things together, but that does not matter. So, this is how we solve these problems. Okay. We come to the 13th problem, the last problem of this particular set. Integral of tan inverse x dx. As we discussed earlier, if it is only sine inverse x, only cos inverse x, only tan inverse x, take 1 as second function. So, tan inverse x can be written as tan inverse x into 1, and tan inverse x will be taken as first, 1 will be taken as second, and then apply the formula. So, first function integral of second minus integral of d dx of first into integral of second whole integral. Apply tan inverse x, integral of 1 is x minus derivative of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. Integral of 1 is x dx. Now, our task is to find the integral of this. So, take this as I1 and then do it independently. So, what is I1? Integral of x upon 1 plus x square dx. This is not so complicated, because the moment you assume 1 plus x square as t, you are going to get 2x dx equal to dt. So, this x dx will become dt by 2, 1 by 2 put it outside, it is dt by t. And what is integral of 1 by t? It is log t plus c. Substitute back what is t, and you can now write directly I. I means original integral. What is it? X into tan inverse x. Remember, this is the value of this part, but it has to be multiplied with minus sign. So, what is that you are going to get? You are going to get minus 1 by 2 log t. What is t? 1 plus x square. You can be put it in modulus because log is only a positive numbers. So, this is the answer. X into tan inverse x minus as it is, and the value of this is 1 by 2 log t. What is t? 1 plus x square plus c. Yes. In this product, we have something very, very interesting. What is it? If e to the power x comes as one function, related to that problems are quite simple. What I mean is, suppose we have integral of e to the power x into fx plus f dash x. Means what? Function plus its derivative. Function and its derivative f dash x. If they come as sum multiplied by e to the power x, is very interesting to know that you can directly write the answer as e to the power x into f of x. Now the question is how? How can we write like this? We can derive it. The derivation is just 2 steps. Now let us say this is what we want to prove, that this is equal to that. Since it is sum of 2 functions, I can say I can be written as e to the power x fx dx plus integral of e to the power x into f dash x dx. I just separated it as 2 functions, 2 integrals. I will simplify only the first one, and you will see that the second one gets eliminated on its own. How? Take this as fx as first function and this as second function. Apply that formula. What was the formula? Integral of u into v dx equal to first function integral of second minus integral of derivative of first into integral of second. This is the formula we have learnt. Use that formula. So, first function integral of e to the power x dx minus integral of derivative of first, that is f dash x, integral of second function. Remember, we have simplified only the first one, and the second one we are writing as it is. We are not applying the formula. See these 2 things. Integral of e to the power x is nothing but e to the power x only. So, this is fx. Integral of e to the power x is e to the power x minus f dash x into e to the power x dx plus e to the power x into f dash x dx. F dash x into e to the power x, e to the power x into f dash x. Both are same only. 2 into 3 or 3 into 2 gives you the same product. One with plus sign, another with minus sign, both will get cancelled. So, the answer is fx into e to the power x or e to the power x into fx. Anyway, plus c will be there. So, this is how we derive the formula. That makes our calculations very simple, but that can be applied only if there is e to the power x and there is sum of a function and its derivative. So, next few problems which we are going to solve are based upon this simple formula. So, let us solve them. Let us begin with the first one, 16th one. Integral of e to the power x into sin x plus cos x dx. Just by observing you can guess, If we take sin x as f of x, its derivative is cos x. So, this is f x, this is f dash x, and according to that the answer you can directly write. But instead of directly writing, we will say here f x equal to sin x and f dash x means derivative is cos x. So, given integral can be written as e to the power x into f x plus f dash x. Why we are writing like this? Because formula is in that form. So, what is the formula? This becomes e to the power x into f x plus c. What is f x here? Sin x. So, what is the answer? It is e to the power x into sin x plus c. So, this makes the whole of integration quite simple, but it can be used only if e to the power x is one of the function. Okay? Let us look into the next problem. Eighteenth problem, I equal to e to the power x is there, we have 1 plus sin x upon 1 plus cos x. Since e to the power x is there, this should strike to you that if we can write the given bracket, this whole thing as f x plus f dash x, answer will be straight e to the power x f x. But the question is, what is f x? What is f dash x? Can we take directly this as f x and this as f dash x? No. So, how to proceed? Please watch. 1 plus sin x upon 1 plus cos x can be written as 1 upon 1 plus cos x plus sin x upon 1 plus cos x. We have studied in trigonometry. What did we study? Cos 2x is equal to 2 cos square x minus 1, or in other way 1 plus cos 2x equal to 2 cos square x. Here we have instead of 2x only 1x. So, this can be written as 1 upon 2 cos square x by 2, and here also we have sin x. Suppose if it is sin 2x, what you will write? You will write 2 sin x cos x. So, now we will write sin x by 2 cos x by 2. Denominator is same, that is 2 cos square x by 2. Simplify it. Simplify it. This 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So, this can be written as 1 by 2 6 square x by 2 plus 1 will get cancelled and you will have tan x by 2. I am sure now you are able to guess. If we take tan x by 2 as function, what is its derivative? Derivative of tan theta is sec square theta, which is there. But since x by 2 is there, 1 by 2 also will come. I hope it is clear. So, it is more like this we will take as f of x. This automatically becomes f dash x. If you want, you can check it. For example, d dx of tan x by 2. How do? We take x by 2 as t. So, dx will be equal to dt by 2. So, automatically you will get the answer 1 by 2 6 square x by 2. So, if this is x, this is f dash x. Now, substitute this in our original problem. So, what is our original problem? I equal to integral of e to the power x into f of x plus f dash x. And according to formula, the answer is e to the power x into fx plus c. So, write the answer you also straight, e to the power x fx. What is fx? Tan x by 2 plus c. This is the answer. Let us move to the next problem. Next is quite simple again, I equal to integral of e to the power x 1 upon x minus 1 by x square dx. Quite simple problem it is. Let f of x equal to 1 by x. Now tell me, what is f dash x? What is the derivative of 1 by x? How do you find the derivative? We take it to the numerator. We say x to the power minus 1. What is the derivative of x to the power minus 1? Minus x to the power minus 2. So, it is minus 1 by x square. So, what do you find? If you take this as fx, this is automatically f dash x. So, this can be written as e to the power x fx plus, because f dash x is with negative sign, so plus f dash x. Answer is e to the power x into f of x plus c. So, substitute. What is fx? It is 1 by x plus c, or in other terms e to the power x by x plus c is the answer. So, just by knowing this formula, without much effort, we are able to solve problems when you have e to the power x as one function and the other one is function plus its derivative. Whenever such situation comes, the problem becomes very simple, not in any other case. Okay? Let us go to the next. Last problem which we are going to solve today. Okay? No doubt this particular problem is also inverse trigonometric function. How did we derive formulae for integral of sine inverse x, cos inverse x, tan inverse x, etc. Taking that as one function and multiplied with 1. If you follow that method, this will become very, very long. So, what is the way out? Just go back to inverse trigonometric functions. When you studied after functions, there was one small topic called inverse trigonometric functions. So, what do? We actually make substitution. In fact, this you also did when we were doing derivatives of inverse trigonometric functions. How did we find derivatives of inverse trigonometric functions? By making appropriate substitutions by which that gets changed into a function which you know. For example, here all that which I have been talking about, suppose if you put x equal to tan theta, sorry, sin theta. No, we will put tan theta, not sin theta, tan theta. Then what will happen? Then 2x upon 1 plus x square will become 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. What is 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta? Recollect? It is another way of expressing sin 2 theta. So, this is nothing but sin 2 theta. How did we get this? When we substituted x equal to tan theta, 2x upon 1 plus x square became 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, which became sin 2 theta. Okay? Substitute that now. So, I will become sin inverse of sin 2 theta. What is sin inverse of sin 2 theta? We know that inverse and the function both will get eliminated and you will be just left with 2, which can be put outside, theta into dx. But remember, theta cannot be differentiated with respect to x. So substitute back what is theta. How to substitute back? Go back to what you assumed. We assumed that x equal to tan theta. So what is theta? Tan inverse x. How to find derivative of tan inverse x? Just go back to the method which we followed. Means tan inverse x is there. We will take 1 as one more function. The method, we solve one problem in fact. The same procedure we will follow. So what is the procedure? The procedure is, we take tan inverse x as first function, 1 as second function. So you will get tan inverse x first function, integral of second minus integral of derivative of tan inverse x into integral of 1 dx and whole dx. So write, what is integral of 1 dx? It is x. So this can be written as 2x tan inverse x. Remember, this 2 is a product of both, minus 2 into integral of d dx of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square, and for this is x dx. Now think how to integrate this function. The best thing can be just take that part separately and do it and substitute. You can directly also solve it. It is not very difficult, because if you put 1 plus x square as t, you get 2x dx equal to dt. So 2 is already there. So this can be written as 2x into tan inverse x minus, just take this 2x dx as dt, it will become dt by t, because we took 1 plus x square as t. What is integral of 1 by t? It is same as integral of 1 by x. What is integral of 1 by x? Log x. So you will get 2x tan inverse x minus log t. What is t here? 1 plus x square plus c. Why we have put in the modulus sign? Because whenever there is log, it can be taken only for positive. So we take positive value. So that is the answer. So in this manner, we can solve the problems wherever there is product of functions by using the product formula. Okay. So with this, we come to a close of today's session. In the next session, the special functions, as I was mentioning to you while doing the problems, we will take up that, and that will be the last part of indefinite integrals. Okay. So we will see you in the next session. Please practice these problems, solve these problems, and check with the answers which are there in the textbook whether you are able to do it, and that will be your assignment. The assignment is rest of the problems which we have not attempted here, plus solved examples. Thank you. Sai Ram.